Hey everybody, it's Chris Eads, known online as Wootini, here with another of my Gay Gamer video podcasts. I want to start with a quick movie review. This weekend we went and saw Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, the latest in the Jurassic Park series, and thankfully it seems to be heading in a very interesting new direction now. This movie, it's funny because I actually feel like it was so much better because I had avoided trailers and spoilers, and as I've said a bajillion times before, trailers show way too much. After we saw this movie, we saw a TV commercial for it, and in that TV commercial were two shots from the final shots of the film, like the last moments of the movie. It's a series of shots, and two of them are in the frickin' TV commercial. And then there's also other things in there that also spoil things about the movie. And going into it, not knowing anything about what it was really about, I think it made it better. If I had known where it was going, I'm not sure I would have enjoyed it as much. But because I thought the movie was going to be about one thing, and then it turns out that was only half of it, that was good. So it was great, fun action. I do sort of wish, I know these are kind of family-friendly action-adventure movies now, but people complained how in the first Jurassic World that the assistant was killed, and everyone went, why would you kill her? She didn't do anything wrong, and I'm like, that's the point. It needs to be like a disaster movie where you meet a bunch of people, you like them, and then a bunch of them die. That's much more dramatic. Whereas now, you have the good guys, and then you have the bad guys. And the bad guys are all going to get eaten by dinosaurs by the end of the picture. And the good guys are going to survive. So there's really no, suspense. Like, when someone's life is in danger, it's like, oh no, are they going to get eaten by the Tyrannosaurus Rex? No, they're not, because it's a good guy, and they're clearly going to be in the next movie. Although, as much as I desperately want the next movie, now, because I think we're finally going to get the Jurassic Park movie that I've been wanting to see ever since the original Jurassic Park: The Lost World. After that first sequel, I was like, this is the Jurassic Park movie I want to see. And then they made Jurassic Park 3, and I'm like, no, that's not what I wanted. And that's just more of the same. But now it seems like they're willing to go off in a whole new direction, and the next Jurassic World movie could be the movie I've been waiting to see for quite some time. I'm not going to tell you anything about it because then I'm spoiling the end of the movie, and that would be silly. So, I definitely like it. Really good. If you're a fan of the series, it's crazy, it's bonkers, it goes in a whole other direction, it's fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And although I do want to add, as much as I would like to see this sequel, ASAP, I'm kind of hoping that maybe Chris Pratt asks for a little too much money and they tell him, no, never mind, we don't need you in this picture, because he's kind of irking me now. He just keeps... In the beginning, when I first saw Chris Pratt, it was like, oh, he's cute and charming and funny and self-deprecating. Oh, I like that. That's really cute. But as time has gone on, he's literally playing the same character in every movie, and okay, I get it. Give me something else. But I don't know if he doesn't have range or if he's just typecast as these characters, the snarky good guy characters, but it's literally the same guy in every movie. And I could do with a change of pace and another character, perhaps. That'd be nice. They could have him in the prologue of the next movie and then kill him off brutally, eaten by a T-Rex, and then introduce some new guy to be the hero. As for gaming, as promised, I did actually start Beyond Two Souls, and amusingly, as with all of these David Cage games, I almost said movies, Freudian slip, as with all of his games, it just sort of throws you in, and there's no tutorial of the controls or anything because it's all supposed to be super intuitive. Thankfully, I've played his games before, so I basically knew what to do. But what's interesting is they give you the option of playing it as it's supposed to be played, or playing it chronologically. And I felt like if it's not supposed to be in chronological order, there was probably a reason for that. Let me play it the original way first. And the problem is that by just having these scenes like here and then here, and like, so you start with like this dramatic cutscene, and then you start to actually play the game after like 15-20 minutes. You finally get to actually move the joysticks and do something. But then it jumps back ahead in time again, and then it jumps back in time again, and what I'm finding is by jumping around in time, I'm not connecting to the story and the character. It's the jumping in time is creating a disconnect for me mentally that's I'm not getting into it. So, like, it's interesting, but I'm glad it was free on PlayStation Plus. I've only played a few of the scenes, like 3 or 4 scenes so far. I'm not sure how many there are. His games are never like super long, because I think you're meant to like go back and replay them and try doing different things to get different outcomes. So we'll see. I've also been playing, I'm still playing LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2, which is still fun, and it's just wacky, but what I've also been enjoying is Shape of the World, which I mentioned last week. The sort of atmospheric, abstract, exploring the world game. I will say that I have gotten, like, it's meant to be like this like super zen experience and you just walk around, it's like, but I have found myself getting slightly frustrated with it, because sometimes I find myself going, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is that the gate I'm supposed to, how do I get to that gate? Like, I'm having trouble navigating and stuff. And it's like, it's difficult because the world is so abstract, then I find that it's difficult to, like, it's not the kind of world, it's not like one of those other walking simulators, like Everyone's Gone to the Rapture, where it's a realistic, like, depiction of an English country village, where you can literally just walk around and look at things, and it's beautiful and wonderful, and you don't even have to, like, play the game, you know, and you just walk around, and it's just gorgeous. I love that. Here, because it's so abstract, it's not as fun to simply walk around and explore and stumble upon new things, because it's not really that kind of a thing. Like, that's not how the game is structured. But I'm still enjoying it, and I'm actually not done yet, because I've been trying not to play it for too long, because I don't want it to just be over, because I heard it's not very long. But I actually haven't finished it yet, and I've played it, like, there's, you know, 4 or 5 sessions of gaming, you know, but I try to keep them short, because I don't want to spoil it. But I also need to get going on the LEGO Marvel Super Heroes, because Wolfenstein 2 comes out next week for the Switch, and I want to get that. And then there's frickin' Octopath Traveler that comes out in the middle of July, but I'm not going to get that right away, because I need to, like, spread it out. Like, it's one thing to, like, okay, I'm playing this on my Switch, but this came out for PS4, so, like, I'll buy this for PS4, that's fine. But if I'm already playing, like, I need to finish LEGO Marvel Super Heroes before I get Wolfenstein 2. And then I need to finish Wolfenstein 2 before I get Octopath Traveler, because I can't, like, I have to finish it before I get the next game for that system. Thankfully, I have my big trip next week. There will not be an episode. I will be taking my trip to Massachusetts to visit my family, so there will be a lot of Switch gaming on that long bus ride. So, I will see you next time, which will be in a couple of weeks. Enjoy your 4th of July holiday, and enjoy your gaming, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!